All right. Good evening, guys. My name is Alexander Gonzalez, and it is 8:07 on. It's actually 8:08, so I'm a minute late, and I apologize. Super excited to have all of you on here, and just really share something that I'm very, very passionate about, and something that's absolutely changed my life. I found this product that you're going to hear a little bit about, which is Ketones, 2 years ago this month. And since finding this product, my life has drastically changed. I am down 84 pounds, which is massive. But more than that, I have better energy, better mental clarity, more focus, and the ability to truly, truly, truly enjoy my children and get down on the ground and play with them and go to the park and not be exhausted at the end of all of this. So it's been absolutely life-changing for me. And I'm really lucky to have a really awesome person on this call with us. His name is Dustin Schaefer. He is literally someone who is totally passionate about ketones. In fact, his passion is one of the reasons that I'm here. He shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody who shared it with me. And that same passion has allowed him to be able to rub elbows with not just the CEO of our company, but some of the thought leaders within the space of ketosis. And he really, truly has been able to master this, both nutritionally and with this product, to help better his life. I'm down 84 pounds. He's probably down like 8.4 ounces. He did not do this for fat loss. He did this for overall health. And so, Dustin, are you there?
Hey guys, how are you, Alex?
I'm awesome, man. Thank you so much.
You are fired up. This is good. I like it.
I got my key lime aid going.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm feeling good. I know you're a busy father of two, so thank you so much taking time away from your wife and kids. We appreciate you. I want to just kind of get right into it. You ready to answer some questions and kind of help us understand what this is?
100%.
Sweet. So first and foremost, what is ketosis? Like, what does that mean, and how do you even know about it?
Yeah, so what a ketone is, or what ketosis is, it's a state that your body gets into that provides fuel to your body. So ketone is basically energy. It's a food for your cells so that they can regenerate, they can optimize, they can maximize, maximize their potentials. And so if we're not in ketosis, our body can't run as efficient as it's supposed to be. It cannot be optimal. And so from all of human existence, we primarily have lived in a state of ketosis. We have lived in a state of ketosis the majority of the time. About 99.9% of the time, we've been in ketosis. Only a small percent of the time we're ever out of it. But unfortunately, with the modern day world that we live in, people eat too much food, too much protein, too much processed foods, too much carbs and sugars, of course, and they don't get to experience ketosis, and especially at a therapeutic or at a heightened level, that really makes a difference. And so the short answer is that ketones are an energy source that you cannot get through just eating food. You have to get them through prior to our product, extreme diet that I used to teach. It takes me a year to teach somebody how to do the diet. And to get their ketone levels at this level that you can now get by drinking a serving of our product, or 2 servings of our product every day. So simple answer, it's a fuel source that helps fuel your body the way that we were designed to be fueled.
I love that. And so knowing that you were someone that not only lived within the ketogenic lifestyle, but you also coached other people. Mm-hmm. When this product came out and you got your hands on it, what did it mean to you?
I mean that we can help people. So my wife and I, about 8 years ago now, it's been a while, we had a meeting and we're both very passionate about changing lives. We wanted to raise kids in a world of a different world than we were raised in, especially health and wellness and health-oriented nutritional base. And my wife looked at me one day and said, Dustin, you basically underachieve every day. And my wife's an attorney in the Marine Corps, by the way, so she's very direct. And I go, you're right. I go, it didn't feel good, but I go, you're right. I go, what can we do to make an impact? And we couldn't educate and get people to buy into the concept of doing these extreme lifestyles, even though that we knew it was the best for them, because it's hard and people kept failing. And it was just this emotional roller coaster. So when we learned about Prove It, I went home with my wife and we had a lot of projects at the time that we were working on. And I said, babe, I go, this is probably the chance we can do to make the impact that we can give our kids and our future kids a chance to live a life in a world that they don't have to deal with the same problems and challenges that our parents and we've been dealing with. And so it was just a great opportunity for us to lock arms and say, hey, listen, we can go out and change 1 million lives. Now we realize it's a really small number. We can change millions of lives. And so being able to align with Prove It and to be able to drink pure therapeutic ketones it gives everybody, a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, an 8-year-old, an 80-year-old, a world-class athletes, a chance to thrive and have optimal wellness in their lives and perform better than they ever performed. And of course, lose body fat like you have.
Absolutely. And I tried the keto diet about 7 years ago. I lasted not even a month, and I don't even know if I did it right. And now I'm doing it right. So this was very easy and very sustainable for me, and that's why I had so much success. You brought up a really great point. You brought up 2-year-olds, 4-year-olds. My 2-year-old, my 5-year-old, they drink it every day. Who should drink this product?
That's, it's an awesome question. And my 4-year-old's right here. He's playing hide go seek with me. And we give it to our kids, our 2-year and 4-year-old, for a lot of reasons. My wife drank it through pregnancy, breastfeeding, where she's still breastfeeding now. The 2-year-old, she doesn't want to stop yet. That's another conversation. We do not need to get into that one. But what's exciting about it is when you understand what ketones do for the brain, and why we give it to our 2 and our 4-year-old is because neurologically the body needs to develop and grow. And ketones were a big part of our children's youth. I mean, from a human species, right, from an existence. Ketones were a part of that development, but it's really hard to get kids to eat well these days. I mean, true. It's easy to get your kids not to eat carbs and sugars. It's so part of our world. And so, so what's interesting is that we're able to give them this amazing product that helps them develop and helps them grow. But then we're also seeing kids focus in school better, behaviors at homes. We're noticing these exponential improvements. We're watching moms and dads across the country. Our relationship is improving. And when you have more focus, when you have more energy, when you're getting more things done, when you're less moody, my wife, I'll tell you, hey, were you more or less moody?
Before ketones,
Yes.
I was way more moody. I was pretty much a witch with a bee.
The witch. She said it. I did not. I'm just telling you. And so it was really neat, though, the day that and it took her a little longer. It took her 6 weeks before I know she's not watching now. I noticed a difference in her about 2 weeks. I saw her spirits start to come back up. We had nothing to complain about. Our life was good. We didn't have, honestly, we had 2 amazing kids, healthy. We had great careers. And yet her mood was just not there. It was hormones. It was all these other things that are going on after your baby. And 6 weeks later, she started smiling and dancing with the kids again. And it was just this really amazing thing, but it impacted our relationship. I'm way more calm, way more present. My mom could get up off the floor. She's playing with our kids. Like, I don't know if my mom would be around. Now she's babysitting for us. And people go, and of course, we're watching moms and dads. I always forget about the fat loss side of it because I'm always fascinated with everything else. But you reduce the sugar and carb cravings. Your desire towards food is different. Your desire to overeat is different. More importantly, your desire towards the guilt that you feel when you quote unquote eat something that you don't think is good for you, your guilt that you have changes, where you don't feel like so bad about yourself and you realize you're in a journey to better. And so when you add all those things up, everybody can use our products. But I have a story of an Olympic athlete. She's a dear friend of mine out of Canada. And she's she's the number 17 strongest fit athlete by ESPN. Like, she's a beast, and she absolutely loves our product. And what's funny is she uses it as a performance tool, but she loves it most for what it does for her mind, how it helps her stay steady in her mood. She wasn't going to go back and do another run at the Olympics, and she is now. And it's a great recovery tool and a great performance tool. And a lot of people are going like, Dustin, why can it's the same product. How come it uses it for everybody? Why can you see this? Remember, y'all, we were designed to be this way. We weren't designed to have all these problems. We were designed to feel focused and energized and be clear and be mission oriented and thrive and grow and inspire. Like, that's the way we were supposed to be. But unfortunately, we fall nutritionally and health and lifestyle, like we fall in these patterns. Our product brings us back to that native state so that you can be the best version of you, so that you can thrive in the way you want to thrive. And that's who can use our product. So when people ask, why does it work for everybody? Because the humans, we need it. And it's supposed to be the way we're living. And unfortunately, the alternative is to starve yourself and never eat carbs ever again. That didn't work so well for most people.
Right. I love that. And it's funny because even just seeing the screen, I see Pre-Pantadosi Lima, who played on the Olympic tour for Brazil, who literally has Olympians currently drinking it. I see moms who've lost 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds. And I see Kristen Nugent, who was a D1 swimmer, never needed to lose a weight, but her mind is fired up like it's never been fired up. She's a better mother, a better wife, a better friend. All of us just on this one screen. everyone can benefit from this. You and me benefited differently, but the benefits is there nonetheless. I love what you said. We deserve to live happy. We deserve to live our best lives. And this is just a really great bridge that has gotten me there. We kind of talked about ketones. We talked about what ketosis is. We talked about who should drink it, which is everybody. So if you're on this call, you should be drinking it. I want to shift gears a little bit, because the reality of the matter is that this drink changed my body. This is absolutely, it made my health better. It's amazing. But it was this business opportunity, this company, and this community that truly changed my life. Since finding Prove It, Dustin, how has your life transformed? If you don't mind, I'm muting.
Yeah, I can do that. Before I answer that question, I love, there's a chat box here, and I don't know if everybody can read the chat box, but if you don't mind, just say like your age, like a little bit about yourself and what benefits you've had if you're somebody that's already drinking the product in the chat box. I'd love to see that. But you know, when I met the CEO of the company, the very first phone call I ever did with him, and he and I have been reminiscent about, we've been spending a lot of time together. We've been reminiscent about those first calls that we did years ago. And we never talked about ketones, and we never talked about money. The truth is, we talked about the mission statement of Prove It and what it represented. And so Prove It's mission statement is, hey, pursue the best version of yourself. Like what is your it? Like, what do you want? And as he and I have traveled now a lot together, and we keep talking about this, like everywhere we go, no matter if it's Hong Kong, if it's Australia or the UK, if it's, you know, Scotland, if it's South America, if it's Canada, if United States, people ultimately, like when you talk to them, they have dreams that they're wanting to, they're not giving up on, or they gave up on, and they realize they shouldn't be. And what Prove It represents is like, go be the best version of yourself. So if you want to be a better dad, go prove it. You want to be a better mom, prove it. If you want to make $1 million, prove it. You want to run a marathon, prove it. If you want to, you know, travel the world, you know, I get on so many calls where people like, I've always wanted to go to Paris. I always want to go in the Eiffel Tower and have dinner over the river where you see the sunset around the tower. And like, but yet they don't think they can go. Like, yes, let's go do that. And what Prove It has provided for us as a family is to give us the option, and it gives us a platform to be excited, have a product that you can stand behind, a company that focuses on education, that mentorship and leadership that pours into you, so that you can go be the best version of yourself, so that you can show your family, your loved ones, your family, that you were always meant to go do that, or be that, or have that. And maybe it's just to have an extra $400 or $500 on groceries, or whatever it is. Prove It to me, and what it's done for my family and I, it's given my wife and I the opportunity to raise our kids. And you know, as a dad that never had a dad, I devoted every moment to try to set myself up so that when I had kids, that I can be home with them most of the time, that I can travel the world with my kids. And unfortunately, I was failing at that before I was coming up short. I couldn't get away from the job to have the life we wanted to have. And it's given us the opportunity to be able to do that, where now we travel the world with our family and our kids, and they're raised within our community and our culture of pursuing the best versions of themselves, which is really inspiring to us. And I think that's what this opportunity has done for me. And I'm more excited about the community of us, the people on this call, than I am ketones. And I'm arguably know more about ketones than a lot of people you'll ever meet. And I was just with 3 of the top experts in the world, and they are blown away by our community, even though they love ketones also. And that's what's so cool about Prove It.
I love that. And it gave me chills when you said that, because you know a lot about my why and what my goals are in life. And my kids are a huge part, you know, as I was a sideline dad in many ways, because I was so overweight, I literally couldn't play with them like I wanted to. But now not only am I able to play with them, but I can play with them whenever I want. And that's been truly the greatest gift. And I think you nailed it on the head. Yes, it's awesome. I drive a car I don't pay for. Yes, you know, this has become my living. This is what I do full time. But being able to pay it forward and help others find that better, that hands down is the best thing that's happened. So Prove It has brought you, Dustin, literally on the largest stage within the conversation of ketones. What has it been like having these conversations, interviewing these thought leaders in this space, and seeing them be astonished at what we are accomplishing?
Well, I'll say it. Nothing, not even remotely. None of those conversations are remotely as powerful as one evening, one afternoon, just sitting down with 10, 20 promoters and watching, and them telling me the stories of their lives being improved because they said yes and tried this. That is the real thing. Every single one of these thought leaders that I get to spend time with, they always leave our events and they say the stories, like that one story makes it all worth it. And we're just seeing more than one. We're seeing hundreds of thousands of stories coming in. I've been reading the chats when you were talking. I was reading the chats, just the people saying their testimonials in the chat. And it's like, that's what mattered the most. But what's really cool is when you have mentors and leaders in your life, and when your mentors and leaders are following your footsteps of things that you've been part of creating, to me, that's like the biggest validation. And that's what's exciting me the most, is that it's undeniable scientifically and research behind what's going on here. Is ketones are vital to the health of us as humans, that we need this to thrive and be better and feel better and function better. And now it's just time to share this to the world. It's time to let the world know. But it's also important for people to realize that as we created this entire industry of ketosis and prove it as a mission of pursuing better, and as a brand, one of the fastest growing brands, is that people out there trying to knock it off what we're doing. They're trying to shortcut the importance of the significance of the quality of what we put together as a product. And so we really believe that educating people is important. And that's what this today was about. It's about providing the highest level of education, so people don't go, I've tried that, it didn't work. No, it works. You have to try the right stuff. You have to be in ketosis at the right amount of time, and your body will respond optimally. So it's meant a lot to me to be part of those conversations. But the biggest part is the stories. It's people's lives. I mean, you just come in and you read it. You know, when you hear the kid, you know, that can't read in school starts to read again, it's just, you know, that talks to my heart, because that was me. That was me as a kid. I was a struggling child. And so those are things that moms and dads like having and saving their relationships, and communicating with their kids for the first time, and dads playing with their kids, or moms playing with their kids, and my wife not being the W word, the witch, with not the W, whatever she said. Those are the things that really drive me the most, and why people really need this product.
I hands down agree. And it's been cool being on this journey with you, and knowing that what you're saying is true. That's what I love the most, is who people are on stage is who they are in real life. And I think that that's a big qualifier for me. And so I appreciate that. This has been truly, truly, truly an incredible whirlwind 2 years. The company I've got to go to the Bahamas, to Costa Rica, all over the US. What has been your favorite, aside from hearing the stories and seeing all the lives change, what is your favorite thing about the community? And if you could describe what this community is and what it's like, so that for those that have not maybe been around it.
That's a great question. Well, if you get to know me, guys, I'm not the blue. I'm not a blue color. Alex is more blue, meaning that he likes Mike, I always have to tell me to have fun. I had to write down my hobbies the other day, and I just said work, because I love what I do, and it is my hobby. It's like a big part of who I am, and so. But I would say this is that the expressions on people's faces that I've been very fortunate. I've traveled the world. I've seen a lot of cool things, but when you see people that have never seen the ocean before, when you see people that have never been outside of their own state, or outside of, or never thought they would ever be where they're at, or when you see somebody make or get their first car that's paid for by the company, and you see them light up like they have hope back in their lives, like they have a chance to have something that they never thought they could have. To me, those are the moments that matter the most. That's just where my heart is. But I would say this is that I've gotten fortunate to travel the world and see some. I mean, I stayed in the castle in Scotland that's just cool, right? But our events, I'm big into personal development. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. We work very closely with Jarek Robbins' son. We work very closely with Joseph McClellan III. When you come to our events, it's about elevating people's belief in themselves. And we have this, we talk about this all the time. It's like, if people stop believing in themselves. They lose the hope, as like we have these little kids and they dream and they have this hope. And for some reason we lose that. And our culture and our community fosters that. Like, let's elevate people's belief back in them. And we do that through our company. So I love our events, is what I'm trying to say. That's the things that I love the most, is our events, is when you see people break through an arrow on their throat to break through a limiting belief that they have about themselves. And then they increase their belief about not just themselves, but about the company and the community and the product and our technology, because they see the educators. NASA's, former NASA's scientist is going to be at our event. He's the former chairman. He's going to be at our next event. He's going to be speaking about the power, not just in our product, but in our community. And, when you see people grow through that, and they get to go home and share that with their loved ones, the energy of their family and their loved ones, to see them change And what that's going to do, I think, moving forward in our country, I think we're onto something pretty amazing. So that is the thing that excites me the most, is people growing to be the best they can possibly be.
I love that, because as I've shrunk, which has been awesome, and most people think I would say that the best part about this has been the weight loss. It's actually been how much I've grown. That is my favorite aspect. Hands down, I've had so much self-development, from being on stage with Mel Robbins to going through all the steps with Jarek and with Joseph McClendon. It's been unbelievable. I think you nailed it. This company has taught me that I can do and I can be anything I want to be. And I believe, and my belief is so high. So belief is a perfect way to describe it. We've heard who should drink it. That's everybody. We've heard what this product is, what ketones truly are, and we've heard about our amazing community. Lastly, and I'll end with this, and then I'm going to read some of these comments in the chat because I want to get them on the recording. Who should? So we know who should drink it. Who do you think should promote it? Who should share the conversation?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think who wants more, right? We're 50 to 1 customers to promoters. So we're very customer centric. Our goal isn't to make somebody become a promoter that doesn't want to benefit in a compensation. If they don't want to grow and help other people, they don't want to financially be compensated for that. And so it comes down to when you look in the mirror and say, hey, listen, do I have where I want? Am I going where I need to be? Am I going to be able to retire? My mom couldn't retire. She just couldn't. She can now because of this. And my wife, she loved her career. She's an attorney, but she wasn't able to participate in our kids' life the same way. So ask yourself the question, like, where am I at? Where do I want to go? And then ask yourself your question, if it's not this, what will it be? What will it be that you want to ultimately do to have those things that you want? Right. And I just see this enough time. And I have firefighters that this is their backup plan. That's their plan B. I have friends of mine that they want a new house and there's no way that they can do it without an extra $500 a month. And if they do that, they can have that. Well, this gives them an opportunity to do that by leveraging our talents, our skills, our knowledge. They don't have to be a ketone expert or a product expert or a business expert. You just have to know how to share it. We teach you how to attract. We teach you how to use simple strategies that aren't salesy at all. And then we teach you how to connect them back to the community, to let the community do the heavy lifting. And then you get credit. And we teach you how to build team building, and we teach you mentorship. We have mentors and leaders that help support you at your level of participation. So it really comes down to, like, where are you at in your life? Where do you want to go? And do you believe in what we're doing? Do you believe in us? And if you don't know about that, come to our event. Come to Epic as a customer or as a guest and interview our company by seeing our culture. And then you decide for yourself, do you want to be a customer? Do you want to be a promoter? Do you want to come help us change the world or change, your world? And I just, only piece of advice I give, Alex, is that whatever your choice is, if it's to be a customer, commit 60, 90 days. If to be a promoter, participate and hold yourself obligated to our community. Like, just plug in and commit to the amount of time that you can commit to. You don't have to do this 100 hours a week like I do. I don't know how many I do it, probably 100 hours a week. But my goals are really big. I want to change the world. I don't want my kids to live in the same world that not that it's a bad world, it's just nutritionally and health, we're in a bad place. And I want to change that. And so you participate at the level you want to participate at, and just commit. Just commit.
I love that. So it doesn't matter if you're a customer hoping to earn free product, or if you're someone that wants to take it even further, we are ready and able to help you along the way. Dustin, thank you so much. I'm going to finish by literally just reading. We got all these comments of people coming in saying how their lives have changed, and I'm just going to quickly read these. Dustin, you rock. You're amazing. Thank you so much for taking your time away from your family to be with us. But we have Stephanie who's go ahead.
One last thing before you read that off.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're on here as a guest, whoever you're working with, whoever you're talking to, ask them about the Keto Reboot and just say, hey, listen, tell me more about the Keto Reboot. It's a really cool special program. We didn't talk about it tonight, but something that's really, really cool. So just ask them that before you guys close shop tonight. And Alex, appreciate you for having me on, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you. That's a good point. Reboot's amazing. So we have Stephanie, who's 51, loves the energy, and she feels like she did when she was 30. We have Barry, who's 53 and aging backwards. Kristen's 33 for almost 10 months drinking them. She's down 60 pounds. If you see her transformation, it's redonkulous. We got Samantha Rose, 30 years old, best mental clarity she's ever experienced in her life, energy that lasts 4 days, and motivation and desire to get up every single day and be the best mom. And you are an incredible mom. I've had the privilege of seeing you. And so I know what kind of mom you are. Nikki's 36. She started 2 months ago, feels better than she's ever felt. We got Kristen Nugent, who's so present with herself and those that matters the most. That's everything. That I agree 100% with that. We have Shelly, who's 46, lost 30 pounds and is on fire. She's doing the Savage Race in March at the age of 47. This is phenomenal. I love, Samantha Rose, you bring up that the community is the best part. Yes, Kristen Nugent, I agree. This community is everything. Becky's been drinking it for 6 months, down 70 pounds. She feels 20 years younger. The energy is unbelievable, the best she's ever felt. We got Kara, who's literally aging backwards, down 17 pounds, and she's just incredible. Just hit rank 4. What's up, Kara? And person after person after person after person. Guys, this has been a wonderful blessing to spend the evening with you. If you have any questions, reach out to whoever invited you to this call. If you want to know more, we're here to help you. And at the end of the day, all you got to do is pop, sip, and you're in ketosis. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.